Hello everyone, and today we are going to be playing some Up Until the End, which is a visual novel game. Not sure what it's actually about, because I didn't read the description, because, just gangster that way. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Oh, okay, so we have some orange and red in the background, but let's see it. You snap awake, startled by a sudden sound. You're lying on the ground, face down, and you turn your head to the side and blink a few times in an attempt to try and see clearly. But it's no use. Not only your eyes that are fuzzy, but you're also in some kind of fog. Your ears hurt, and you hear a loud and deafening noise that you can't seem to recognize. Trembling, you manage to stand up and see that the fog is in fact smoke. Oh no. You start to cough. You find that it was easier to breathe on the floor. Or was it though? You frantically look around, and after some head turns, you see flames at approximately 2 or 3 meters away from you. Oh, damn. Yeah, well, she better run out of there then. Let's see. The wood shelf behind you, the wood shelf beside you is making a crackling sound, and some parts of it are already in pieces. The book, which were on it, are for the most part completely burned. Oh no. Your eyes are stinging, and tears starting to form, but you force them open regardless. You desperately look around and search for other people, but there's no sign of life anywhere. Okay. I would like to yell, but I can't exactly yell in this place, let's say. Help! Is anybody here? I'm in a reading room. Oh no. Your throat hurts from shouting. There is no answer. You're lost. What's happening? The library is burning. You don't remember what happened, and just woke up here alone. Why are you alone? Yeah, why am I alone? Why are we alone? Finally, the heat hits you, and the grave situation you're in finally sinks in. Okay, so we're up with our first actual choice. So what if I can see from this image here? So you have fire, everything's burning. Looks like we're gonna die. So there's either call for help again or stay calm and analyze the situation. Stay calm and analyze the situation, because call for help just sounds like we're gonna die. So you blink a few times and look around you. Several shelves have fallen to the ground and block the way out. You spot some objects on the floor: a wallet, a backpack, and a mobile phone, but none of them are yours. It makes you realize you don't have your bag with you anymore. So we don't have our bag anymore. That's not really good. Oh shoot. A loud sound makes you jump, and as you look up, you see that some parts of the ceiling begin to fall down. You have to move. You stumble as you start to move your legs. You walk slowly, not knowing where to go, and you don't see anything but flames. Put your sleeves to your nose and stay as low as you can while moving, trying not to inhale too much smoke. You climb the shelves or on the ground while trying to avoid being hurt on the broken wood. Finally, you see the exit. Doors lying on the floor broken, and the hallway seems to be on fire too. You look behind you, searching for a window, but you can't see anything due to thick smoke. It seems your only options would to go straight into the hallway, which is burning. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is a very good idea, but we have no choice. You head into the hallway, speeding up your pace. You start to feel dizzy and your head is spinning a little. Damn, I gotta stay focused. Now is not the time to pass out again. You see several doors, but you walk past them since they're on fire. Your throat and eyes are burning. This hallway seems endless. You swear as being to fall into despair. After a while, you spot a safe place in a room to the left. With no time to think, you head inside. What the hell? You, Let's see, so if you're options, we have start to panic, feel like crying, or punch the wall out of anger. So we could actually hurt our fist if we punch the wall out of anger. We could feel like crying, but we could still like actually do something better. Or we can start to panic. I think punching the wall, if an exit is actually made, would be pretty nice. Let's do that. You clench your teeth, still punching the wall with your hand. What in the world happened here? You don't feel the pain right away, but when you look at the back of your hand, you see some blood on your knuckles. You have to admit, it stings a little. You want to punch the wall again, just to release some of your anger, but it would be pointless to die here, because you waste your time punching a wall. You're about to touch the handle, but it moves before you reach the door. Eye is open and a figure appears in front of you. Thank God. Oh. What the hell? You feel an intense pain in your head, everything turns to black. Oh no. When you wake up, you have a piercing headache. The person must have hit you hard enough to knock you out. You touch your head and feel something sticky. Blood? You can't tell. The room you're in is very dark from what you can see. There are no windows, and the only light is the one coming from under the door. So what, we got kidnapped? Explore your surroundings, trying to figure out where you are. The floor seems to be flat, and you can't feel any objects around you. On all fours, you slowly begin to crawl. You reach a wall before heading the other direction. Just another wall at the end. Then you go to the door. Ooh. You slowly stand up and touch the handle. You try to turn it, but it's locked. You're not moving. Maybe you should try calling for help. Come open the door, I'm here. You shout, but you don't hear anything on the other side. There's no way someone's gonna hear us. We got like kidnapped and everything. I cannot believe the situation you're in. You're afraid. I can't believe the situation that you're in. It sounds like a... Well, am I afraid or I can't believe the situation? I think... can't believe the situation that you are in. Maybe... Let's do this one. First you wake up in a fire, then someone hits you in the head, and now you're awake. And now you wake up again in a locked room. What is going on exactly? You start to wander... Sorry, gotta move around a bit. You start to walk around in a circle, like a caged lion. What else can you do but wait? After some time passes, you wake. You get tired of walking in the small empty room and you sit down on the ground. Your eyes close for a moment, and when you open them, nothing has changed. You're still in the same dark room, alone, crying for help, like a little baby. I'm sorry guys, I had to. Your eyelids feel heavy. Even though you try to keep your eyes open, you feel so tired that you have a hard time staying awake. You blink a few times. Oh, no more lights. You wake up. You don't know how long you slept for. What time is it? Your cell phone isn't in your pocket anymore, so there's no way to find out. Suddenly, you hear a sound from the other side of the door. Someone is coming. You get up and stand in the middle of the room, waiting. Okay, well, seems two men walk in. You can't see their faces in the darkness. Oh, we have unknown man number one. So, she's the one you found in the building. The other man nods his head. One of the men speaks to you. What were you doing there? Why weren't you outside with the others? What are you talking about? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I woke up in the building while it was in flames. I was trying to find a way out when one of you knocked me out. Sorry about that. We didn't mean to hurt you, but you surprised us. You look at him, doubtful. This isn't really convincing you. Well, considering they just knocked us out and decided to just keep, us in a locked room. Where am I? We'll get to that later. First, we have some questions for you. You don't say anything to these people, but you have a bad feeling about them. So what were you doing in the library? I told you, I woke up there when it was on fire. Before that, I was just reading a book, and I don't really remember. I must have passed out. What book were you reading? Be more cooperative, please, says the unknown man. You try to remember the book you picked up, but like everything that's happened during that time, you don't have a clear memory of it. You were still in the library while everyone else was outside. You don't remember the book you were reading. This is kind of suspicious. Are you serious? I don't understand any of this, says us, I guess. The men don't answer. Tell me, what's happening? You said there were other persons outside. Are they here too? Stay focused, please, says the nice unknown man. The man takes something out of his pocket. Picture? He approaches you and shows it to you. There is a man in the photograph, a man that you don't recognize. Do you know him? No. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Enough is nonsense. When will they stop with these questions? No, man, I feel like you're lying to us. These men, what do they want from you? We'll come again later. Okay, well they don't answer you as they close the door. The room is filled with silence again. You lie down, thinking of what to do. After a while, your thoughts are cut off by some noises. What? They're coming from the other side of the wall. Another room? Oh, what is happening? Another noise, louder this time. You walk to the wall and stick your ear to the hard surface. Voices reach you from the other side. Oh, unknown man, why did you set the library on fire? The harsh man of the tone makes you jump. His voice is very low, but you're able to understand what he's saying. Prisoner, I didn't. You're lying. Another loud sound. It sounds like the man is beating him. I'm gonna keep going until you say the truth. Damn. Beating finally stops. No, okay, we're gonna try something else. You hear rustling on the other side. Are they moving a table or something? No. Please, don't hurt me. I told you, you have to tell me the truth. Oh, you hear a metallic sound and... You bring your hand to your mouth to muffle the sound of your cry. What are they doing to him? I don't know. You shiver and put some distance between your ear and the wall. You don't want to hear the poor man screaming anymore. I'm curious what they're doing to him. Are they, like, pulling out his fingernails or something? However, the cries of pain still reach you. You put your hand to your ears, hoping it will stop. It seems to go on for an eternity. Finally, it comes to an end. There's a moment of silence between you put your ear against the wall again. Tell you. Oh, wait. You don't hear anything anymore. Why did they stop talking? Maybe because one got beat the hell out open? All of a sudden, the door of yourself flies open with a loud bang. You crouch down with a surprise. A man is quickly walking towards you. He doesn't say anything, and he just violently grabs the collar of your shirt. You don't have the time to get up as he begins to drag you while your knees scrape along the ground painfully. Ow! Where are you taking me? Oh, we see a hallway now. That's good. He doesn't answer you, but you're not in front of the cell next to yours. The door stands open. Ouch! Inside, you can see a man on a wooden chair in the center of the room. It's his screams you're hearing earlier. He's bleeding profusely. You don't even dare to glance at his wounds. You lower your eyes towards the ground, but you think you recognize him. Suddenly, you realize it's the man in the photograph that man showed you previously. The man who's gripping your collar doesn't let you finish your sentence. Unknown man, is it her that you saw in the library? Your eyes widen. What is he talking about? The voice of the poor tortured man doesn't answer. You finally look up. The unknown man says, answer the question now. Is it her? He asks the same question, but slowly and with a more menacing tone. Your gaze is fixed on the man in front of you. After a few more seconds, he slowly nods his head. Unknown man, thank you for your answer. He takes a gun from his belt and aims it in front of him. Oh damn, he was dead. Then he shoots. The tortured man's head abruptly jerks backward as a bullet pierces his forehead. Whoa. You can't close your eyes. It's as if they're glued wide open. You don't want to see this. Why did you do this? The man doesn't answer you. He starts to drag you out again, back to your cell. He violently throws you to the ground and closes the door behind him. Then you hear his footsteps quickly fading away. They just tortured the man and killed him right in front of you. We were gonna save, actually, I'm not sure. You curl into yourself, feeling your heartbeat hammering against your chest, shaking all over. And what kind of a mess did you step in? I don't know. What kind of mess did we step in? You finally had become dozing off for the sound of the door abruptly awakens you. A man you haven't seen before walks into the room. Unknown man says, so you're the woman in question. My men told me that you have what we need, so I'll immediately get to the point. The man steps forward and stops just a few centimeters away from you. You feel his hot, putrid breath pouring over your face, and it makes you shudder. His breath is terrible, it's horrendous, it smells like vomit squared. You try to hold your breath, but it's no use. You can't refrain from showing your disgust. It gets worse when he grabs you by the collar. What was the information? What information? You clench your teeth as you feel your pulse quicken with frustration. So we have a few options. We have repeat that you don't know, spit on him, or provoke him. Well, these two bottom ones clearly say get the guy to beat the hell out of us, so we can do the top ones is repeat that you don't know. I said I don't know. Better answer him. You're frustrated, but more afraid and don't know how he react if you say something else. He doesn't seem like a friendly guy, so you better be careful. Unknown man, I see. He takes something out from his pocket as he moves away from you. Finally, you can breathe again. The thing is in fact a bottle of water. You look at it eagerly, waiting for him to give it to you. Take this. We'll keep you here until you give us what we want, but we don't want you to die. He tosses you the bottle. You don't have to know that if you don't answer me, you're gonna have to have the same treatment as the occupant of the cell next to yours. But don't worry, we know torture techniques that will enable us to persuade you, but make sure that you won't die in us. You won't even be able to pass out to escape. Then he walks over to the exit. As you watch him leave, you remember that you never got a chance to ask him anything. Let's see. Wait, why are you keeping me here? He doesn't answer you and the door closes behind him. You swear as you're left alone again, but before being too upset about it, you open the bottle and gulp it all down. With everything that's been going on, you forget how thirsty you are. It's nice he gave you water, but no matter how you look at it, you are a prisoner. Chills run down your spine, and you can feel the fear and apprehension rising inside of you. Your situation just keeps getting worse. I need to do something. You do need to do something. What, how do we get out of here? You've lost your notion of time. Have you been here for hours? Or a full day? 2 maybe? You slept most of the time, exhausted from the events at the library. The rest of the time you walked in circles, trying not to go crazy. Like, aren't we supposed to be hungry? After a while you hear a sound from outside the door as soon as a man enters the room again. You tighten your grip on the bottle that's still in your hand. As it crumples under your fingers, the sound of the plastic crunching reaches for your ears, and surely the ears of the man. Unknown man, how are you? You don't want to answer him. The aura around him is nothing but bad and dangerous. He looks directly into your eyes and starts to approach you in the same manner as before. It makes you feel uneasy. I know you lied to me, says the unknown man. He has a small and mocking grin on his face, which doesn't please you at all. He's alone this time. What makes you think that you will not attack him? Does he think you're too weak to do so? Probably. He keeps his eyes on you. He knows you don't like the fact that he's so close. He's toying with you. I didn't lie. I told you everything I know. I don't believe you. There are too many coincidences surrounding you, says the unknown man. This man is your enemy. You can see it clear as crystal, and now you're weighing the pros and cons of punching him. So, suddenly a loud sound interrupts him. He sounds very disappointed as he turns away from him. Unknown man says, "What? I'll come back. You stay here, busy." The man leaves. However, he forgets to lock the door. Uncertainty creeps up on you as you stare at the door. Should you risk it? You're afraid what will happen if you go outside, but even more afraid of what's going to happen if you stay put. With fear deep in your belly, you make a dash towards the door and open it. You quickly look down the hallway, which seems clear at the moment. You sprint like your life depends on it, and step into the labyrinth of a building you don't know. In the process of trying to move quickly, you stumble and bang your head on the ground. Ow! You hear a loud crack. More than you feel pain. You think you just broke your nose. You quickly stand up and keep going. Your legs hurt, your heart is pounding. You don't know where you're running. You just run. You reach a stairwell. There are steps that go up and down, and a lot of doors and windows. You look through one of the windows, but you don't recognize the landscape on the other side of the glass. However, it indicates one thing to you. You are in a tall building. Going up would be pointless, so you go downstairs. After a few turns, you see a panel leading to the exit. Finally, you run as fast as you can, not caring about the pain in your legs. You follow the sign leading you further down. You believe you'll reach the first floor soon, given the number of floors you went down already. In your hurry, you trip on the stairs and tumble down a few steps. Ow! Your left knee's bleeding and in pain. It's painful, but you gotta keep on running. Suddenly, you hear a voice and stop moving. Unknown woman. Help! Please, let us out! Okay, I'm gonna save this. It takes you 3 seconds to realize that someone is calling for help. You turn your gaze towards the door behind you, and from where you hear the voice coming from, at the same time you hear footsteps on one of the floors above you. You need to decide what... no, screw you. You dash towards the door, and next thing, trying to investigate further the voice at your back. You're feeling guilty, but you have to think of your own life first. You're goddamn right, that's what I did. I ran out. Okay. Gotta... The door opens and you're able to see the sign. You hear footsteps behind you, but you think you're safe if you run. You go ahead, not stopping. You run faster than you've ever run before, fear and guilt sinking into your belly. Suddenly your foot bumps into something you didn't see and you fell hard on the ground. You need to get up quickly. You raise your eyes ready to stand, but you see something you weren't expecting. Feet. Right in front of your face. Oh no, we got caught. I kind of expected this, to be honest. Nice try. Oh, we just got cut. Okay, and we're dead. Bad ending, selfish. Well, I'll have... Yeah. That's okay. It takes you a few seconds to realize that someone's calling for help. You turn your gaze towards the door behind you. Okay, we already know this. So I guess we're gonna hide underneath the stairs this time. You can hear the footsteps getting closer. They're right above you. Sweat is running down your forehead. You hold your breath and try to be as quiet as possible. Their voices reach you. At least take Eva's answers. Yeah, now that we're done with him, we have to find out who the others are. He said there are 2 others with him? Yeah, we already have 1. We'll find the other one soon enough. What will we do with the others? You hear the man sigh. Maybe we'll have to kill them. They know too much, but it's up to the boss. Your heart is beating fast and loud. They're gonna kill you if you find you. Wait for what seems like an eternity. Finally, they walk past you and you can hear their footsteps fade away. Several seconds pass. You're making sure they aren't going to turn back. You head to the door from where their voice came from and try to turn the handle, but of course it's locked. The key might be in the meeting room. Please try there. I think it's on the right. It's Shiza. You turn around and look at the room that the voice is referring to. It's in the same direction that the footsteps are heading. Can you risk it? Let's go try. Let's go save one, just in case. Let's go check the meeting room. You stand by the door for a moment, concentrating on the silence. You don't hear anything that's now or never. You slowly open the door and make as little sound as possible. You head inside the room, close the door behind you and lock it. Now you can search for the key. You spot some cabinets in the back of the room and walk over to them. The first one contains a lot of papers and documents. It would be interesting to read over some time. You find out more about those men, but you don't have time. You search for... oh my god. You search through the second cabinet and find the same thing. You begin to lose hope. A sound reaches you from the other side of the door. You must hurry. You spot a crowbar on the table next to you. You take it and go back to the door. Fortunately, there's nobody on the side waiting for you. You let out a sigh of relief. I didn't find the key, but I'll open it anyway. You hear a vibration from the side, sticking crowbar through the side of the door. You pull your weight on the tip of it in order to force the door open. You don't have much strength, and the crowbar escapes your hand several times. You're losing patience. An alarm starts to ring loudly, which will increase the gravity of the situation. Finally, you hear a crack. The door opens wide. There are 3 people on the road. You all begin to run towards the exit. You don't check to see if anyone's following behind you. You hear a lot of noise behind you and turn your head as you run. You see that you're followed by many men. You won't get very far at this rate. You look around as you run, but you don't recognize any of the landscape. The building you're in seems to be part of an industrial complex, even though it's a little isolated. By the look of it, you must have been in the office part of the factory building. There was a forest in front of you, but other than that, you can only see plains. Where do we go? You hear the voice of the woman answering you. To the forest. We'll be exposed in the plains. You keep running, but now you steer towards the forest. The trees will offer you cover, but you aren't sure it will be enough. Once you reach the forest, you try to think fast. You only have one choice. You need to hide, and quickly. Unknown man, climb up to the trees and hide. You have no choice if you continue running. Is that a really good idea? You don't have much strength left, you don't know if you're able to do it, but what other options do you really have? Hesitate and also climb up the tree. You don't have any better idea, so you go with it. You don't look to see where the others go, you choose a nearby tree and stick your shoes in the bark. You barely have any strength left, and you are never too good at climbing trees either, but you have no choice now. You try jumping to the first strands. Ooh, branch, but you miss. You push off with your foot and jump again, higher this time. You manage to reach your first branch and successfully climb the tree. You determinedly pull yourself up until you reach the upper half of the tree. Exhausted, you sit on one of the larger branches. You scrape your legs against the bark while climbing and you've lost your breath. Realizing that your pursuers are getting closer, you crouch down as much as you can, taking cover in the leaves and try to stay calm. A few minutes later, you hear footsteps from the men. They're not too close to you yet, but they're definitely in the forest somewhere. Your eyes wander to the trees next to you, searching for other hidden people. They are well hidden, and you have a hard time spotting them. Then you see a little rustle a bit above you in the tree ahead. Your eyes meet those of a man. You both stay like that, looking into each other's eyes from afar, as if to reassure you that you're not alone. The gaze of the man and that the tree doesn't leave you, and yours don't leave him. You can't quite remember his face. You didn't take the time to look while you were running. Unknown man, find them, alive or dead. Keep looking until nightfall if you must. Voices reach you from below. You hold your breath and crouch even more into your hiding place. The sun goes down, and it's soon only the moon and the stars that light your surroundings. Keep listening to the voices of the men, rustling the branches below you, searching for the invaders, for you. Your body's aching from not moving for so long, and you hope they will leave soon. Also, you really need to use the toilet right now. Your blood is practically bursting at the seams. Time passes. It must be the middle of the night by now. There's no sound coming from the forest below. Are they gone? You can stay in the tree for several more minutes just to be sure. Silence. To raise any last doubt, you grab a whole twig next to you. You snap it off the tree branch and throw it into the bushes below. A few steps away. No reaction. You think it's safe to climb down. You look over to the other person in the tree head and catch his gaze. You gesture below and point to the ground. He looks down, keeps his eyes locked on the ground for a while. Then he looks back up at you and nods. You are relieved. Despite the darkness surrounding you, you can still communicate with each other using gestures. You look at the ground and begin to climb back down. It takes you longer than expected. It seems like it was way easier to climb up. When your feet touch the ground, you sigh in relief. You look around and it seems like the others also decided to climb down. So here we have a left girl and you have a red guy. You spot the woman that asked you for help speaking with someone. You think she's speaking to the man who was in the tree in front of you, but you aren't sure. I think we should go now. The night will help cover us. I don't think it's a good idea. Look, no offense, but do you have any idea how you look right now? You walk towards them, listening to what they're saying. The woman soon notices your presence. She doesn't waste any time. Immediately takes your hands in hers, bringing you close to her. Thank you so much for saving us. She doesn't say anything else about it, and the gratitude you see in her eyes is plenty enough for you. You give her a smile and bring up the important subject at hand. What do you think we should do? I don't know anything about this place, so I don't know which way we should go. We don't know much about here either, but I think we should just pick a direction and see where we end up. If we stay here, there's a good chance they'll find us. You nod in agreement. So which way do you want to go? Let's go save actually again. I think I saw a place a little further outside, out of the forest from the top of the tree. Good, let's go there momentarily and hide and recover our strength. Let's go. It's rather that. We don't have any other choices available. You turn around when you see the woman fixing a point behind you. You don't believe your eyes. The third person is a little girl. What? How didn't you notice her earlier? She must have been 10 years old or so. She looks completely lost and tired. You turn back to the others again with a questioning look in your face. The man shrugs while the woman answers you. She was with us in that room. We don't know where her parents are or anything significant about her. She didn't really talk with us. I just hope she's okay. She doesn't seem okay to me. You don't look so good either. Want me to take a look at your nose? Well, come here. It'll be easier if you sit down. Oh, this is gonna hurt. You listen to her and sit down. The others do the same. Make it quick. We have to get moving. You listen to him and focus your attention on the woman who's slowly putting her hands around your nose. It will be fast. I'll go 3, 1, 2. Ooh, your bone makes a horrible nose that rings up in your ears. You did it on 2. I know, but now your nose is back in place. Sorry, it didn't hurt a lot. No, I'm okay. Thank you. The man turns himself towards the woman. Nice technique. I would have done the same. You don't answer him. Instead, you place the little tips of your fingers to your nose. It hurts, but you think that you have to fix it by yourself. It would have been worse. Are you ready to go? Yeah, let's go. I think you can. She smiles at you as she gets up and turns herself towards the little girl. She takes the hand of the child, ready to go. Don't say anything anymore. And set out with the woman and others. She doesn't let go of the hand she's holding, and the girl follows without a word. The man walks with determined steps, looking straight ahead. After about an hour or so, you arrive at a farmhouse. It's not very big, but big enough for 5 people. You're about to ask if you should look around outside the farmhouse before going in, but the man next to you moves before you have any time to ask a question. He opens the door without any resistance. You don't know if you should be happy or frustrated that he made the decision alone. He walks in without waiting for the rest of you. You exchange a look with the woman next to you before following him inside. The first room is dark and calm. Nobody's there. You feel your shoulders relax, so it is definitely an abandoned farmhouse, so it should be okay. Unknown woman, we should rest now. You all agree silently to your proposition. You walk into what appears to be the living room. It's dusty, with almost nothing in it, except for a few pieces of furniture. Tired, you decide to sit on the floor and leave the armchair for whoever needs it more. That rhymed. The woman and the man sit near you, while the girl sits in a corner out of sight. You look at each of them while thinking, who are they? Is it safe to be with them? Wouldn't it be safer to leave alone? The only thing that you know for sure has nothing to do with those criminals who abducted you is yourself. Well, you can suppose that girl's too young for that too. But the 2 others, why were they prisoners? Was it because of bad luck just like you, or is it something more? None of them say anything. Maybe it's because they don't know what to say, or maybe it's because they're too tired to talk. Whatever the case, you don't like the silence. I wish I could save this actually. Can I save this? No. Let's do, let's ask, who are they? Let's just save. Who are you? Well, you're pretty straightforward. Why not? This isn't bad. You hear that man sniff disdainfully. However, the woman doesn't pay attention to him. Instead, she looks at you closely. You seem to be hurt. You have a little blood on you. Is there anything I can do for you? You smile at the woman. She's nice. Thank you, but I'll be okay. Are you sure? Without a amount of blood. Most of my wounds will stop bleeding, I think. You speak, you gently touch the body's spot where you're hurt. Yes, it has stopped. You give her a smile to reassure her, and she warmly returns it. My name is Amanda. Because now we know her name's Amanda. He turns to look at the man next to her. After a while, she gives him a little nudge. Matt, what's yours? My name is... Was that the username? I forgot. Aether Loon, You nod, and a few minutes pass before you decide to ask them questions. Okay, let's go save. Let's go overwrite the save file. So were you in the library too? When the fire first started? No, we were outside. Did you hear the voice in the speaker telling us to go outside before it started? You think about it for a moment. You don't remember hearing anything. No, my memories are hazy. I don't remember much about what happened before I woke up, and when I did, I was surrounded by flames. A minute passes. Tons of questions roll inside over your head. Where to start? Do you know who those people that kept us prisoners were? Amanda shakes her head in response, while Matt answers, no clue. They were already there when we walked outside. You let out a sigh. Why were they keeping you there? You slowly massage your temples with the tips of your fingers. This whole situation is giving you a headache. Your eyes wander between the two people before you, searching for answers, but what you get is an exaggerated sigh from Matt. Everyone is just as lost as you know. You sigh again, not knowing what to do. Silence slowly takes place between the three of you. You close your eyes and don't move for several minutes. As time goes on, you realize you can't sleep, your nerves are on edge. Therefore, you open your eyes and start to inspect the place you're in. The wood flooring is old and partially broken. The furniture isn't as old as the floor, but that doesn't mean their condition is much better. There are a few small objects left in the room, like an old vase and some dishes. Everywhere has the same old style. An ornament seems to be a common theme throughout the objects in the household. In the room, I meant. You lose your interest for the room, and your eyes fall on Amanda. She has a smaller frame than you, which makes her seem a bit fragile. An aura of maturity and kindness emanate from her. She seems to be a bit older than you, maybe around 30 years old. Then your gaze falls on Matt. His eyes are closed, but you don't think he's sleeping. Now you think about it, you don't know his age either, but he seems to be in his mid-20s, just like you. Take your time to acknowledge all the details on his face. So yes, he has a little cut here and a bruise. The color of his long hair is either dark or light blonde. The room is too dark for you to tell the exact shade. You don't see them now, but you noticed before that his eyes were blue. The low color of his shirt gives you a glimpse of the muscle structure underneath, and you can't stop yourself from staring at his upper torso. Eventually, your eyes track back to his face. You slightly jump when you notice he's looking at you. How long has it been since he opened up his eyes? What are we gonna do? Assert dominance. Act like a shy cat girl, or awkwardly smile mouth silently sorry with your lips. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna assert dominance. He raises his eyebrow before turning his face away from you. That's kind of funny. Oh, that was embarrassing. You choose to close your eyes. Even if you don't intend to sleep, at least it'll let you rest for a little while. After a while, you feel somebody moving around you. Your eyes fly open and you search for the sources of this feeling. You're relieved to see that it's Amanda who's up. You decide to join her in the other room. Hey. Oh, hi. Sorry for waking you up. No problem. I wasn't asleep anyway. What are you doing? I was thinking. I was trying to find some clues to where we are, but there's nothing. I can't believe it. A map would have been really good right now. Choosing a direction randomly isn't really... She nods while closing her eyes. She seems really disappointed. You don't know what to say. You feel the same way. I'll go to the bathroom, if there's any. I think there is, but no water, of course. You give her a quick thanks and go search the house. There's several rooms on the first floor, but no bathroom. Must be upstairs. You head upstairs and find it almost immediately. You walk into the bathroom. Lucky me. There's a mirror on the wall. You wanted to check your state since you haven't seen your face since the fire library. Your face is just horrible, really. There are big circles under your eyes, and you've never seen your hair this messy before. You don't even want to think about how hard it would be to comb it. Your face is covered in dust and dirt, and there are trails of dried blood under your nose. You look through the window, you see that the sun is starting to rise in the sky. You must leave this place soon. You go downstairs to talk to the others. I think it's time to go. You're right. We chose the first house on our way, and very smart of us now think about it. I'm surprised they haven't shown up here already. It's the first place that they'll search, right? You and Amanda nod in agreement. Why did you decide to hide in this place without pondering it more? Well, you were tired, still. Where's the girl? I didn't talk to her at all. Well, in fact, you haven't seen her since yesterday. You're very sociable, aren't you? Again, wasn't very nice. This man, what does he... Oh, God, my feet hurt. Okay. This man, does he have a problem with you? Well, now is the right time. I didn't talk much to her either. The three of you walk into the living room where the girl is. What will you do? Save. Saving is what I'll do. Sit back. Well, we're gonna go ask the girl if she's okay. You walk towards the girl and yell before her, "Are you okay?" The girl, who's been sitting curled up in the corner, slowly raises her head. Her gaze is a little off. Even as she looks at you, she doesn't answer. Are you hurt? Again, she doesn't answer, but she looks at some point next to your face. You don't know if she's ignoring you on purpose or she's in shock. A few minutes of silence, you give up and return to others. But I think it's because our face is like bloody as hell right now. So I'll make the presentations. I'm Amanda. Do you remember? The girl lightly nods. Amanda turns her head toward you and Matt. Her name is Erica. At least it's that, I suppose, after I saw the name tag on her shirt. She turns toward the... oh my god, no, whatever. She's 8th year Lynn, and his name is Matt. Erica, ... No reaction. You understand that she chooses to be silent, but it doesn't help you right now. You turn a questioning look towards Amanda. She seemed to worry about the girl. Then you look at Matt. He seems to be more interested in what's happening on the other side of the window than on the kid. Will you go with us, Erica? We need to leave. Your attention is driven back by the voice of Amanda. Erica seems to be willing to come. Then, let's go. We've already wasted too much time. We should search the house for anything useful, like food, water, don't you think? You're right. We can't leave the house with the risk of leaving something vital behind. Okay, I'll go deal with the cellar, storage, and store. Oh yeah, I'll go deal with the cellar and storage room. Amanda, can you go do the first floor and 8th room? Can you search the room upstairs? I'm on it. Alright, let's meet here in 5 minutes. Before leaving, you decide to search the house. You decide to search the house for food, water, and anything that might be useful. You start heading towards the stairs while Erica doesn't move from her place in the corner. The first room you search seems to be an old bedroom. There is the wooden structure on a bed broken and partially eaten by termites. There is a closet with only one door left, and a bed shelf, and torn curtains that are still hanging on the window. You examine the room. You don't find anything helpful, but you spot a pocket mirror, which is the size of a hand, on the shelf. This won't be very useful, but for some reason you want to take it with you, so you take it. You leave the room and head into the next one, and there you find nothing but cockroaches. You decide to go up to the attic. You take the stairs that don't inspire your trust. You're afraid of the steps will break. They crack loudly under your feet. The more you find stuff in the attic, it's dusty and full of spider webs, and surely full of spiders too, but you prefer not to think about that. There are a lot of boxes, but for the most part they're empty. Soon you spot a black backpack in a corner, which you feel could be useful. You go to it and lift it up from the floor. Surprisingly, it seems to be in good condition. The front pocket is completely ripped off, but the main pocket is okay. You won't find anything else, so you turn around and start to head back downstairs, but as you do, your eyes are drawn to something. A small can. You approach and take it. You wipe the dust off and read the label. Beans. It's really strange to find in the attic, though. You put it in the pocket anyway, and then you return to the living room. Amanda and Matt's are already there. What will you do? We're gonna share it. You say that as you take the beak can out of your pocket. Others widen their eyes. Should we dig in? Wide smiles grow on their faces. Yeah, go for it. Amanda calls for Erica. You put a smile on her face, and as she sees the food, she seems happy now. It only takes a few minutes for the four of you to clean out the can. It gives you your strength back. You're satisfied. Matt puts his hand on your shoulder. Thanks. Oh, no problem. Erica expresses her gratitude by smiling at you. Then she walks off and sits down in the armchair. What did you find? Let's make this quick. I don't like the idea of being here for so long. You nod to him, knowing that he's right. Then you show them the backpack and the mirror. Found these. A mirror? Wonderful, I can make myself look beautiful again. You feel a little ashamed from his comment. I wanted to take it. However, the backpack will be really helpful. Good job. You're happy that he says so, but you're curious into what he found too. What did you two find? Only a blanket and a pan. I found some matches and a rusty old knife. Not wonderful, but well, it's something. Try to think positive. Let's go on the backpack. Bag takes the bag and you start your journey to where? No one knows. Let's head in the opposite direction from where we came from. Let's get as far away from this place. Matt starts to lead the way, while Amanda walks just behind you with Erica. Do you think they stopped looking for us? Matt, I don't think so. Let's stay realistic. I have to say, I would be surprised if they already gave up. Amanda, yeah, I think so too. Matt is already walking at a fast pace, and as minutes and soon hours pass, he doesn't slow down. You start to have some difficulty following him. You throw a rock behind you to see how the other girls are doing. Amanda has Erica's hand in hers. You think this is to help the girl to maintain the current speed. You've been panting for a while now, but it keeps getting worse. Your feet are on fire, and you're sure there must be blisters all over them. But you know you have to keep going. Erica looks really tired, almost as if she's ready to collapse at any moment. Just slow down anyways. Let's go save this here. Shouldn't we slow down the pace? Erica looks really tired. Matt turns himself towards you and his eyes fall on the young girl behind you. It's true, a kid her age isn't supposed to walk for this long. Matt sighs. I know, but I really don't want to risk them catching up to us. The girl stays silent but lowers her head. Matt crosses the few meters between the two of them. Come here. He crouches down with his back in front of her. Climb on, how cute are you? The girl seems so surprised that she doesn't do anything for a few seconds. Then she slowly puts her hands on Matt's shoulder. He puts his hand below her legs and stands up. Let's keep going. The day passes by as you continue to walk. It soon becomes nighttime. You stopped several times on the way, otherwise the girl wouldn't have made it. You are all thirsty, hungry, and exhausted. I see something. Speed up. Easy to say, you don't know where he finds all this energy, but it impresses you and irritates you at the same time. Finally, you reach him and see a forest not too far away. Maybe you'll be able to find some rest there. You walk for another 30 minutes or so and you eventually reach the first tree. You keep going a little while longer and then stop, ready to sit down. Matt turns himself towards you when he realizes that you've stopped walking. Don't stop, we'll go a little deeper. Yeah, sure, why not? Crouched on the ground, you heavily sigh and straighten yourself. You keep on going for a while, following Matt, and as you do, you start to ask yourself if you will ever stop one day. But after many minutes, he finally stops walking. What do you think? Should we stop here? You're much deeper in the forest now. There are trees all around you, and you can't see what is on the other side of them. I'm so tired. If it was only me, I would have stopped at the first tree. But yeah, I think it's safer here. He smiles at you and sits down, his back against a tree. The girl follows closely and sits down too. You let yourself fall loudly on the ground, forgetting all your dignity. You lay your back against the cold grass, enjoying its touch. You stay in this position for a little while, and you don't know for how long. You almost fall asleep. In the end, you open your eyes and look above you. The starry sky stares back at you, stunning. If the situation wasn't so chaotic, you could stay there a bit longer just to contemplate it, but you decide to move on. You sit up and look at the others. Erica is sleeping soundly on the ground, with a blanket on her, while Amanda is resting next to her, but you don't think she's sleeping. Matt is still sitting against the trees, eyes closed. You realize now that he must be as tired as you are. Looking at your feet, you slowly move your hand towards your shoes to untie them. After a few minutes, your right foot is finally out of shoe. You repeat the process on the left foot, and finally you can remove your socks. They're soaked with sweat, and are rather unpleasant, and have been for a while now. You stare at your bare feet. There are some blisters here and there, but you were expecting worse. Relieved, you sink your feet a little into the grass, which tickles them. You enjoy the moment for a bit, but your mind begins to drift away, and you lose your small smile. What are you going to do? Is your family aware of what happened to you? Or how long you've been missing already? You shake your head and decide to get up, still on naked feet. You examine your environment in the dark, all ears, searching for a sign of food or water. You walk for a bit, touching the bushes around you. In fact, you're literally still searching in the bushes because they're so big. You feel that someone's looking at you, and you notice Matt, who is also up, not far from you. Playing hide and seek in the wood, says Matt. No, I'm just searching for food or water. Any chance you have a chocolate bar on you? Nope, sorry. Goes on a little further and starts searching just like you. You're about to give up when he turns next to you. Here. He shows you his closed hand and opens it. There are little berries in it. A big smile grows on your face while your eyes sparkling. Want to share? You vigorously nod while sitting next to him on the ground. He takes your hand and places half the berries in it. You admire them a little at first, but then pop one into your mouth. It's a little sour, but it seems delicious to you. You savor each one of them. When you finish the last one, you look at Matt, who has also finished all of them. Thanks. You smile at him. Well, at least it makes you happy. Brother's trying to fizz us up. You move your head to the side while looking at him. Both of you stay there in silence for a while before Matt starts to talk. So, I wanted to tell you, says Matt. You turn your head toward him. He doesn't look at you and seems a little uncomfortable. What does he want to tell you? You wait until he speaks. Let's go save. Thanks for saving us yesterday. I don't know what could have happened to us if, well, you're speechless for a moment. Until now, you felt that he didn't like you, or he was just a self-centered guy, but now, you can see the gratitude in his eyes. Tell him, I like the bottom one. He lightly laughs. Why not? That is the way of thinking. Berries for risking your life to rescue us, yeah. He's gently teasing you. You don't really mind, because it was the first time you heard him laugh. It's not unpleasant. You discreetly look at him. He's closer than you thought he was. You didn't notice before that he has injuries on his face. Not much, just some cuts and a bruise on his cheek. You fought with them? He looks at you and lightly touches his cheek. I don't really know if you can call it a fight. I tried, but they beat me down soon enough, but it's not really bad. I can't complain. Your nose is broken. Did they hit you? You let me touch your nose. No, I fell in. Well, I broke it myself. So you're a clumsy one. Oh, sorry. No need to apologize, says Matt. You let the silence go between you. Not an uncomfortable one, but a pleasant one. And you stay there, seated beside one another for a moment. Okay, you know what? I think I might call that a day, because my voice is really dry and it's starting to hurt a bit. So thank you for watching. If you did make it this far and managed to actually listen to my voice the entire time, but well, see you next time. This will be it for episode 1. Episode 2 will be released sometime. But yeah. Until then, see you next time.